we will discuss transradial approach for addressing subclavian and innominate artery lesions. Subclavian and innominate artery lesions technically are quite easy to deal with the radial approach as well as the femoral approach. Only important issues which you must remember is the important structures like right and left internal memory artery, right and left vertebral arteries, and when you are addressing the right subclavian or innominate, the common carotid artery on the right side. While working and addressing these lesions, it is mandatory to avoid putting the part of the stent in these regions, otherwise you may compromise with the flow of these important structures, and at a later date there are chances that patient may have embolic phenomenon happening because of gathering of the clot in this region. While stenting the right subclavian or innominate, you have to keep in mind the right internal memory ostium, the right vertebral ostium and the ostium of right common carotid artery, and you must avoid covering that region. And while working through left transradial approach to address the left subclavian stenosis, you must avoid the ostia of left vertebral and left internal memory arteries. This is a case of left subclavian artery stenting using left transradial approach. A tight left subclavian artery stenosis is profiled. A 6F short, that is 45 centimeter long pinacle sheath was deployed near the lesion. The lesion was crossed using a 0.014 inch BMW PTCA guide wire, and ballooning was performed. You can see the result of ballooning. A balloon expandable stent was deployed. Stenting is in progress. This is the satisfactory end result. This is a case of right subclavian stenting using right transradial approach. The lesion is profiled. A 6F 45 centimeter long pinacle sheath is deployed near the lesion. A 0.014 inch BMW PTCA guide wire crossed this tight lesion. This is the another view which profiled the lesion properly. Ballooning is in progress. Ballooning is done. This is the balloon result. A balloon expandable stent is then negotiated across the lesion. Stenting in progress. This is an optimal end result. This is an interesting case of left subclavian artery stenting using left transradial approach to revert the subclavian steal phenomenon. LCA injection reveals retrograde filling of Lima graft from LAD. Selective Lima injection reveals very sluggish antegrade flow. A critical left subclavian stenosis is profiled now. Stent placement is done. Stenting in progress. This is the satisfactory stent result. Now you can see a brisk antegrade Lima flow. This is the demonstration of very slow retrograde Lima flow.